Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today's episode 5. And let me tell you something, this is gonna be random because I felt like, you know what, I'm just gonna record, because last time it was me expressing what I've been going through mentally and, you know, pretty much venting, which actually felt really good afterwards. But it was tiring, so I did take a little bit of a break. Not because I was trying to just take a break from internet, which I'm rarely on the internet now. I'm rarely like on Instagram. Even I'm not even as on TikTok as much as I used to. But I don't know. Like, I'm busy working, busy with my book, which it's almost there. I can't wait. Like, it's I'm not gonna give a date. I'm not gonna say in like the time frame, because the other times that I have, some happens, and so I'm just that close to it. And I've already started with 3 other ones, but it's just all over the place. It's the way I write is I have these, either it's in a dream or I think of like what if, and then I just start like the blank page and then I just start typing. But there's no, I don't start with the middle, or I don't start with the start, the ending, the middle, nothing. It's just very random, like myself, and then I put the pieces together. So I will never start like, oh, at the beginning this is how it's gonna start. No, so sometimes I'm on one of them, I'm in the beginning. I'm actually in the beginning. On another one, I'm like somewhere close to towards the end. And then on one of them, I wouldn't know where I would place it yet. If I don't know, but I have this much on it typed. It just came to me and I'm like typing. I'm not sure where I'm gonna place that, but it's like what Stephen King says on one of his books, where you have a cup but they're missing handles. So he wrote like a short story about, he called it Batman and Robin. Just it's really beautiful. It's on the Bazaar of Dreams, where he has all these short stories and poems, and he describes about how he has all these ideas, like all these cups, but they don't have handles. But once he gets his handle, it's complete. So that's where I'm at right now. So I'm just like very excited, and I'm very random right now because I just feel like talking. I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, I know what I'm doing, but I kind of don't know what I'm doing, if that makes sense. And it makes sense in my head. That's all I could tell you. I did my hair. I also did my nails, but that was a while back, so I need to redo them. I did my hair. It's so pretty. I did my makeup. I'm like, been feeling still dark green, so I'll probably do some choker looks, some Ursula, Beetlejuice. I know on my TikTok, on the Bust It, I thought it was Bust It. I guess it's called Bust It. I felt like that gave me Beetlejuice vibes. I was like, huh, look like a female version of Beetlejuice, which I don't mind because I like Beetlejuice. I've said his name so many times. I'm surprised he's not here. Well, my lights did go out for like a quick second and turned on, and I was watching travel channel, Paranormal Caught on Cameras, or on camera, whatever. They don't really scare me though. I mean, it's to me it's like really trippy, but I'm not like, Only once I did get a nightmare, which was weird because I'm like, I'm usually not that kind of person that if they sees, that makes no sense. Like if I see a I forgot how to say it. Ghost. I don't know. I don't get scared. Now, unless I'm like absolutely doing nothing and there's like a quick noise, like a clap or a slam or something, that's gonna scare me because I'm in a zone doing something, so I'm not totally scared. Like I'm in the zone, and I do get scared like at those haunted houses, like in Halloween and stuff, because I already go in there with the anticipation that someone's gonna jump out of nowhere, and even though I always feel like I'm prepared, I'm not prepared. So I love those, and I'm pretty sure the people that work for those love to scare me, because when I scream, I feel my scream is I scream. Oh, I want ice cream. I feel like one of my screams is like the kind that you hear in scary movies. See, I want to say horror movies, but sometimes I've been told it sounds like I'm saying the bad word, like horror. So, my life. But anyway, so this is so random. I'm just chit-chatting. I did my makeup with new products. First time in some time that I'm not doing Jeffree Star, but I'm doing Melt Cosmetics. I also got a free shirt. Beetlejuice. Has Beetlejuice in the bag, but I try to show it off on the other video and I just look horrendous. I just look ugh. Like ugh. So, and I forgot that this is pigmented lip gloss, and I'm like, why is it kind of streaky? And if it's liquid lipstick, and then it clicked to me that it's not liquid lipstick, it's pigmented lip gloss. There's a difference. Guys, I know you don't know the difference. Well, I should take that back. Most guys don't know the difference. But, well, I guess I should say the same thing about most girls, because not all girls are into makeup and they don't know the difference. Well, if you know about makeup, you know there's a difference. If you don't, speaking of makeup, I had a payback with my husband. Yeah, payback with the what noise is that? Just the CK? Well, see, I love fishing. I do. I love going to the ocean and fishing. But I will never, probably just especially right now, if you send me to a tackle store to buy you stuff, I'm gonna give you the wrong shit, because I don't know anything. I bought these lures and I'm like, these look cute, I want them. And they asked me, my husband asked me, what are you fishing for? I'm like, well, whatever these catch. Then I come to find out that those you only use in the ocean because they're for certain fishes. And we were going to a lake. I'm like, huh. Well, and then we forgot it in the car. And we rented a boat. And we didn't want to waste the energy because we were far, far out. And we didn't want to waste the battery life to go back and forth. So we're like, screw it. We have worms. We have some stuff in our... And well, I didn't have anything. My little sister has her own tackle box. My husband has a backpack, which I'm surprised he didn't put it in his backpack. And then he blamed me. We have 2 brown bags, one with all the brand new stuff that we got from the tackle store. It's called Coyote Bait and Tackle. And we had another brown bag with snacks. Can you blame me for grabbing the brown bag with snacks? It had chocolate, hot Cheetos, Gatorade, Takis. Oh, now I'm hungry. When he said, don't forget the brown box, I thought he meant the snacks, because you don't want to be dehydrated in the middle of a lake or get hungry if you can't catch. Well, also, I guess he just catches and releases. But, so I grabbed the brown bag with the snacks. I didn't grab the brown bag with the brand new stuff from the tackle store. I almost forgot the name of it. So, did it catch anything? I have no idea. Because we left it in the car. So, and I love spiders, and I know you guys are gonna be like, where the fuck is this going at? I don't know, but we'll find out. So, I love spiders. I do. I think they're beautiful. Except for the camel spider. That one to me looks like the spider looking half scorpion, half spider from the movie Aliens. Other than that, all the spiders, I love them. Like, I really want a jumping spider as a pet, but my husband's, I forgot the name. He's scared of spiders. And he said no. Then I wanted a tarantula, and he said, fuck no. Especially a tarantula, because it's, like, big. But it's cute. And then the jumping spiders, you can train it to jump on command, and it's so chubby and cute looking. I want a spider. But anyways, so, but worms, ugh, I'm not scared of them. I just find them disgusting. I don't know why. Snails, slugs, I'm not like scared. I'm like, I'll see them and I'm like, ew, gross. Like that is, ugh, it gets me, ugh. But my sister bought earthworms. But she is also kind of like icky with like worms. Which I don't know why she did that. I think she did that on purpose. I think she did because she knows that I don't like earthworms. She knows, like, they freak me out. Because you can't tell what's the butt and what's the face. Because they don't have no face. At least with the spider, you know which one's the butt. It has 8 legs and it has like 1,000 eyeballs. You know. The earthworm or most of the worms, I can never tell unless it's like a caterpillar. But caterpillars are okay. They don't really scare me. And I think it's because I know where the face is. This, which one's the butt? Which one's the face? And it's slimy and it's weird. And then, oh, I didn't know they did this. And I was trying to be brave for my sister, and I was trying to hook an earthworm in the hook. And I swear, it gave me so much anxiety that I'm pretty sure my therapist is like, you're supposed to go outside to relax, not go outside to get anxiety, to trigger it, you know. But I was trying to be the big sister, and I was like trying to do it, and then it did this weird, like, it was like this, like slowly moving. All of a sudden it went whoosh, and that freaked me out. I was like, I'm surprised I didn't even fall off the boat, because it wasn't like a big boat. It was like a little bit bigger than a kayak where you can fit 3 people. And that kind of boat. And my sister's laughing because I'm all freaking out, and I'm like trying to breathe. I almost dumped the snacks just so I could grab the brown bag and, you know, breathe into the bag. But I did it. Never doing that again, but I did it. I have forbidden my sister to bring any kind of worms when we go fishing. So, which is also weird because we also had squid, and I don't mind touching squid. Oh, but it has eyeballs so you can see it. I don't know why worms and it, even though I know slugs and snails have eyeballs, to me, ugh, they're so creepy. Ugh, I feel like they're crawling on me now. But yes, what was I doing this? Oh yeah, revenge. So, when we were at a Walmart, I was just shopping around looking for random stuff look at stuff that I want but don't need, and look at the stuff that I actually need, but I'm like, do I? And my husband was, well, now that I have a nephew who's almost a month old, I am in the baby aisle all the time because I'm trying to like buy him everything. But I'm not allowed to go to the store now. Now my husband tells me one item, or he'll like rip it, whatever it is, I put it away. And then I got another nephew / niece, because my cousin hasn't announced it, so I'm not even going to say anything other than there's another baby in the way, and I'm already trying to spoil the baby before the baby comes out. And now I can't go to the store by myself, and if I do, my husband's on me about like, are you almost done? Like, are you in the parking lot? Are you done? Did you get what you needed? Like, he times me because he knows that if I say, oh, I need to go to the store to... I order everything online, so I don't even know why I would go to the store. Eyeliner. Which makes no sense because I usually go to Ulta. And he knows that something is going to be quick and I take my time. He already knows where to find me. And then I'll be with like a bunch of like holding like clothes and I'm like, oh, this one or this one, this one or this one. And then he'll just tell me to put it back. Anyways, back to it. We were in the fishing aisle and he was looking at all the lures. I didn't even know that was the name. All these little fishy looking stuff, like all kinds of stuff, right, to go fishing. And then he goes, which color? And I'm like, oh, this is payback for the times that I asked which nude lip color to use, which purple shade of nail polish should I use. And he says they all look the same. I said that to him. I'm like, they both look the same. He goes, no, it's different shade. I'm like, well, now you know how I feel. But it was different shade. I could tell. Like this, to most men, it's green. But it's like emerald green. And then if you're good with your shades, you can tell there's some blue in here. But to my husband, it looks fantastic, but it's green. No, he actually does like it. It's his fault, is the reason why I'm experimenting with colors, and I cut my hair short because I used to have really long dark hair, and then he always wanted me blonde, but I'm like, oof, I don't know if I can do that. And then I cut it short, kept cutting it short, then I finally got blonde, and now I'm like different colors, and I'm trying to get all the colors from the rainbow. So I can't wait to see what I look like in red and yellow and, well, I've had rose gold, like pink, but not like pink. So, and I haven't had my hair dyed red either. So I'm like very interested. I always told my hairstylist that I don't like green and yellow to do any color but those two. And now look at me. Green. And after green, I think it's going to be yellow. But I'm going to enjoy the green. Random. So, what else would I want to talk about? Should I talk about ghosts? I don't want to talk about ghosts, actually, because my lights went out. Not that I'm scared, but I don't want to... I don't know what I want to do. I feel like I'll trigger something if I talk about ghosts by myself. And it's not like I'm scared. It's like I'm going to be annoyed. Because I'll talk about some stuff. I always wanted to go to the Queen Mary. But I wanted to take my friend, my husband, and my hairstylist. Well, she's also my friend, but my friend that I've known since middle school, my hairstylist, and she's become my really close friend, and my husband. Because although I believe in ghosts, I also believe in God. I do believe. I've studied Christianity, Catholicism. I actually did some studies with Jehovah's Witnesses just because I wanted to see what was the difference. But I'm not gonna even say it, but I didn't really. No, screw it. Sorry, not sorry. I didn't really see much of a difference. It just depends on who you believe is the actual God. That's it. That's how I saw it. But I like the religion. I like the meaning behind it and stuff. What I don't like is the people who practice it, because most people are gonna use it or have used it to get power over other people. And that's where it pisses me off, because you preach about this is God's work, but then you're trying to do God's work and you're trying to make people. How can you preach about love and loving thy neighbor and being nice with people and being helpful when you're using it to make people miserable? I'm not trying to get there, because it's a topic that makes me mad, because it makes the rest of us that are into religion look bad, and it's annoying. I'm getting a headache. But I believe in ghosts. I've experienced stuff since I was a kid. I know not everybody believes it, because my husband is Catholic but doesn't believe in ghosts. He's very skeptical. He always tries to find a reason behind it. Both my friends, one of my friends, she's atheist. She despises religion, but she's the most nicest person I know. She's nice and she helps, but she's also very honest, and she's very, very, very real. She'll tell it like it is. So that's why she was my maid of honor. That's why I liked her, because I liked her. That's why we're still in contact, because now that I'm in my mid-30s, my patience is barely there. It's only going to be there for kids and customer service, because I work in customer service. But other than that, if you mess with me, I've got to a point where I actually will tell you. Because I don't know if it's a midlife crisis or just I don't give a fuck no more. Or maybe it's my therapist. No, not my therapist. She's influencing me to be like an evil person or mean or bully. It's more of learning not to take shit from people. Because you take shit from people and then they just fuck with your mentality. And then, yeah, it goes. See, I started talking about ghosts. Now I hear noises. It's probably a cat. We got like a bajillion of those in our neighborhood, so it's probably a cat. The lights went out earlier, it flickered, and now there's a noise. Oh, and then I have that's my closet with the curtain, and then I have because I'm Mexican, so I save bags to use them for later, and that fell. My husband's gonna think I'm crazy. I can't even talk, but he's gonna think I'm crazy, but he's just gonna make it seem like, yeah, it's just coincidence. Probably not, but I'm not gonna be like, I'm scared. No, I'm just gonna be like, leave me alone. I've done that. Where when I used to live with my mom, I had these 3 feathers, which now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, maybe I should have never taken it, because there was a powwow in Alcatraz, and I just oddly saw 3 feathers sticking up like this on the ground. So I don't know if somebody put him there or they just happened to be there, and I took them. And I'm pretty sure from by now I probably wasn't supposed to. So if anybody who's Native American and does powwows, and is that a thing, and did I mess something up? Because if I did, my bad. I was a teenager, okay? I was about to be an adult, but I was still not an adult, so my bad. But if it freaked out one of my relatives, I was in my room, she was in my room. We were getting ready for, I don't know what we're getting ready. But the door was closed to my room. The window in my room was closed. there was no wind. And the 3 feathers, I had them decorated kind of like in a cup and stuff. And out of nowhere, they started moving by themselves. But I didn't get freaked out. So like there was a cup like this and they were like this. But they started like moving around like kind of like this. Like this. Right? And kind of like if somebody was doing this to them. And they were moving. My relative freaked out. She freaked out. She's like, oh my God, look. And then I looked at it, but I wasn't scared. And I was just like, oh, it's gonna stop. And the moment I said that, they literally just stopped. And I'm telling you, my window was closed. My door was closed. There was no, I don't have a fan in my room. So it, it wasn't, if there was a draft, maybe, I don't know, but I found it fascinating. So those are one of many things that I've experienced, which is why I believe in ghosts. The most recent one would have to be when I was at my mom's house. Well, it's not that recent, but it was in this time-ish. But I was sitting at her dining table, and my sister-in-law was on one side, and I was on this side, and I was holding their dog. But my legs were crossed and on the chair, so I wasn't really touching the table, and she only had one leg dangling. All of a sudden, there was a boom, like somebody hit themselves on the table, and then and the way the table moved, it moved this way, like it moved like this, right? But it sounded like someone hit, and I'm like, she's like, oh shit, did you hit yourself? I'm like, no, my legs are crossed. Was that you? And she's like, no. And then she freaked out. I'm like, whoa, that was cool. And she's like, you crazy? I'm like, it's, I don't know. But if I'm in the zone with something and something like claps really hard or something like that, and then yeah, I'll probably be like, I'll get scared, but I'm not like, I just tell it to stop or go away, and then I'm good. That's my ghost story. I went from revenge of the husband to fishing to worms and slugs to my sister being an evil person, because I'm pretty sure she did that on purpose. Ghosts, noises outside, lights turned off, which I think I'll put it on here so you guys can see my reaction, because I was like, what? Makeup. I need to drink water. This is very random. It's probably going to be the shortest vlog, unless I think of something else to talk and it's going to send me into a whole different train. That is my train of thought. Yeah. I'm going to take a quick break, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I had some water. I was feeling a little in my throat. I also sing a lot. I'm not good at it. I just like to make noises. And I gotta remember to drink because I don't want to mess up my vocal cords. I told my husband I wanted to record myself and maybe post it, but then I'm like, no. Because I'm not a singer. I am not a singer. I just like to make noises. But I just like singing. It's always, my uncle was always like that. One of my uncles, he was always singing. And, but I was always too shy to even talk. Still kind of am, but not that insane. Oh, sorry, that was a burp. But hope I don't get hiccups around, because my hiccups are weird. I just realized that my nails, do they? Oh, they kind of match. Well, kind of. I'm getting my nails done again. It's so nice to have nails done. It's crazy how I I don't think you understand, but I get used to typing and doing everything with nails. Then when I don't have nails, I have to get used to not having nails. And then with the pandemic, not having been able to get my nails done, I tried doing them myself. I just suck so bad. I didn't have nails for the longest, and they were like really short. Then I got used to doing especially typing, because I do a lot of typing at work without my nails, long nails, and I got used to it. Then I got my nails done, and I have been mistyping everything. I always mistype on text, and I never care for texts, or like if I post like on my Instagram, I'll edit it once I see it, but I don't really care. So if you get a text from me or a message, sometimes you're like, that doesn't make sense, because I'm just typing too fast and I just go and I don't really pay attention to it. Now, if I'm at work, that's a whole different story. I will pay attention to what I type. So I do catch myself typing, like mistyping, and I'm like, so I'm just like typing like, and then everything keeps slipping. I'm like, oh, that's not what I wanted. So I feel like an email is going to take me longer than usual, because I'm trying to get used to typing again. No, that was my stomach, but I heard a noise. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, typing. They slip up, and then I feel like I have to constantly try to not say, like it slips. I'm glad I don't have the stiletto. If you don't know, this is called coffin style, the nails. Stilettos are more pointy. Then there's like almond or something, and it's more round. But I've been told not to do stilettos, because your fingernails do get stuck in between the keyboards, and I'm too clumsy for that, because I can see myself typing, and then is that what made the noise? Did that fall? Like how I flip. Dun 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 dun. I don't know. I'll review the footage afterwards, and then I'll figure out if it's just me not knowing how to stack my Baby Yodas no more. This is the most randomest video ever, but I love it. Because I'm just chatting. I'm getting so used to talking to the camera now. Before, I was not. I don't know why it would terrify me like really bad. I had 10 videos prior, and I deleted all of them. Because my husband called me out on it. He said I sounded monotone or something tone, and I was like, oh, I felt so offended. And I'm like, oh, I gotta fix that. But I'm getting used to it more. I'm more comfortable. I just feel like I'm just chit-chatting away. It just helps me vent. And it just encourages me to want to start my podcast so bad. But I just need the room for it. Also, for this pandemic to be done, because it's a total of 3 people. But I'm not going to say who. I'm not going to say what it's called. And I'm not going to say the deets. Not because it's just not ready. Because every time I plan something, it goes to shit. It has so far. So we'll see what happens in the future. I just need to get there. But I'm making my research. I'm practicing. I'm not just going to buy random stuff and just go with it. Like, I want to give you guys entertainment. I want to talk about funny stuff, scary stuff, serious stuff, you know, stuff like all kinds of stuff. Like it's gonna still be random, but it's still gonna be like, keep your mind open to things. That's what I want to give you guys. I want you guys to be entertained. I don't want you guys to just look at me talk for like an hour and be like, ugh. boring, dislike, unsubscribe. Not that I have many subscribers, but I really hope I do, because I'm gonna be so happy. And also, not that I value or see people as numbers, but it's if I get more subscribers, how I see it is that means people are entertained, and I love entertaining people. Now that I'm less quiet, less shy, more, you know, more into the world, and I feel like it's fun. It's good for me. It's good for me to vent. It's good for me to entertain people. That gives me serotonin, natural serotonin, and I love it. So, also babies give me serotonin. I love babies. I tried, can't hold my nephew. You know how hard this is? Oh, can't hold my nephew. I have to see him from far away. And now I feel like I look like a witch, especially with my nails long. When I had my darker hair, I had a hoodie on, and I'll be like, give me the baby. But I couldn't touch the baby. It's like I was hunting for the child, and I wanted the child. And if you haven't seen The Mandalorian, I don't know what to tell you. It's good. Now I'm watching WandaVision, and I think it's cool. It's still on, I don't know, it's not, the season hasn't ended, but I'm very, very stoked for season 3 of The Mandalorian. However, now I'm trying to figure out how they're gonna do it, because Miss Gina Carano got fired. And no, I'm not going to turn this into a drama channel. Although the only drama channel that I like to watch is Rich Lux. He is so amazing. I don't even care about the drama that he's talking about. I just care about watching him talk. He is so entertaining. He is so, I swear somebody's messing with me. I just heard another noise. Anyways, Rich Lux, he is so funny. He is so energetic. He makes me happy. Like, I don't even care the kind of drama that he's talking about. I just want to see him. And now, because of him, I want to say Yolanda all the time. Instead of saying all the haters, all the Yolandas. Like, oh, I'm so... And if I say, like, whack the house, or I don't even know how to use it, but he says something and then he ends with the house. He is so funny. Oh my god, I love him. I swear one day if I meet him, oh my god, I'm gonna go crazy. Okay, probably I won't say I'll go crazy, because if he sees this, I don't want him to be like, ugh, I need a restraining order. This girl is scary, the house. Rich Lux, I hope I use that correctly. I love you. I forgot where I was going with this. I want to entertain people. I love doing that. It brings me happy knowing that I'm bringing you happiness. So, but also I have to be cautious not to be a people pleaser, because then that messes with me mentally. So, but if I can make you guys laugh, I'm gonna be happy. If I can make you guys happy, like if you're having a bad day and I say something stupid but it makes you laugh, I'm happy. And if I could, I would have my own daycare, because I love babies. Although one day I did get scared, because one of my friends asked me to take care of her twins, and they weren't like a year old yet, and I freaked out. I was like, hold up, I'm taking care of a toddler and a newborn at the same time, which is different, because I can distract the toddler with something, but then the toddler was sick and the newborn was a newborn, so I was like, you know, I was holding both of them like this. But the twins did scare me. I was like, they're the same age. What if they're hyper? What if they both, that's too much cardio. I can't be doing that kind of cardio. It's too much. Especially when I don't do cardio. It's too much. But it turns out one of them is really calm, so he was just sitting there, and the other one was running around, so I didn't really have to do much cardio. And now I'm good now. I'm just like, oh my god, I love them. But I think it scares me when they're babies because I don't think they understand, and also they have so much guts. Like with guts, they're so brave. Like they don't care. Because one of my nieces, she would always try to run away from me. Just because, no, not because she's scared of me. Just because she wants to like run around and everything. But we went to a horse track, one of those. And then she was trying to trick me. Oof. She was trying to trick me. And I'm like, no, you can't run. I would always grab her so she wouldn't be running around, right? Because there's a lot of people there. We were near stairs, you know. I just saw a whole bunch of scenarios in my head. And then she'd be like, okay. And then she'll like walk around. And then she'll be like, and then she'll try to run. She's like, don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. You know that one song? Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Anyways, yeah, and that's what kids do. Like when they're at that age, before they hit like maybe, I'm going to say 3 or 4, they want to run away from you and they try to trick you. I've never had a toddler where they didn't try to trick me. Like they try to, so that they can run away, to do things they're not supposed to, like make a mess. You know, so. But they're so cute. Babies are so cute. I don't know why. The smell of newborn. Oh, I love babies. I would really love to have my own daycare, just to be around kids. I love children so much. They're so innocent. They're so fun. They're so funny. They say the darnest things. They're too honest, though. That's probably one of the things I don't like about children, is they're too honest. Sometimes it's funny honest, but sometimes it's like, that hurt my soul. That hurt my soul. That hurt my soul just thinking about it. How honest kids are. And I've seen other kids be even more honest, when just like, your mama's gonna whoop you for that. Next. I don't even have notes. I literally don't have any notes. I'm just jibber jabbing, or jibber something. I'm just talking away. Ghost is in my room making noises. It went from the outside to the inside, talking about my hair, talking about more hella random stuff. Oh, speaking of babies, actually there is one thing I wanted to talk about because I think it's funny. It's when people are trying to name their kids. Well, I'm Mexican, as you can tell from my last name. It's Vietnamese. If you can't tell that, then I don't know what to tell you. It's just, sorry, not sorry. Oh, what the heck. But it's crazy because even though my husband and I don't have children just yet, we have talked about names. Then we realize like, those names are cute, but I don't think our parents are going to be able to pronounce it. Even my mom doesn't even say my name. Like, she'll rarely say my name. She calls me Mamona. O pendeja, depending on, you know, what I do or say. But her favorite word's Mamona. And, which, I'll get to something else because I almost said, So, they gave me a nickname. His family, they call me by that. My family calls my husband by something else because apparently his 4-letter name was too complicated. So the long version in Spanish was a lot easier. I don't understand it. Like, my grandma didn't even want to try. I asked her to try and she's like, no. First, she was like, when she first met him, she's like, ¿Cómo se llama? What's his name? And I told her. And she's like, ¿Qué es eso? Like, she didn't even make it like discreet. She straight up said, what is that? Like, not discreet. She just straight up make the facial expression, looked at my mom like confused, like, what language is this? And then I'm like, oh, well, his Catholic name is this. So ever since then, that's all they call him. And my husband responds to it. So it's like, it's good. It works. Only like my siblings that speak English call him by his actual name. My mom and my grandma, may she rest in peace, she would not call him by his actual name. She would call him by the nickname. And his family calls me by a different name. And I tried to pronounce it to them, and I'm like, whatever, I give up. Because I've had this lady, I've had twice where these ladies, oh, it sounds like I've had two ladies at the same time. No. Not like that. Once when I was working at this dealership, this lady, I was helping her with her service and stuff, and we were on the phone, we were on emails. I kept saying my name, Margie, and we were chatting for like a week or 2 weeks to help her with her situation from the car. And when it got all fixed and everything, she passed by me. She goes, "Bye, Maria. Thank you for your help." And I'm like, we've spoken for 2 weeks. It's Margie. I wanted to tell her that. In my head, I was brave and I was like, you know, what? But, you know, it's customer service, how I had to be like, oh, you're welcome. Not too long ago, actually, I get my name changed all the time by people. They can't, some people can't pronounce Margie, and it's fine. This lady called me Marty. I kept saying Margie. She goes, "Okay, thank you, Marty. You're such a great..." It's Marty, right? I'm like, no, it's Margie. It's like, oh, Margie. Okay. Sure. And I'm like, thank you. You're welcome. Hope you have a nice day. My name's Margie. But I don't mind. I really don't make a big deal. I've also been with different... I mean, this company that I worked for has like different stores. So I would like be kind of a floater and stuff. But one of the employees said, "Oh, bye, Mark." And then the manager and the cashier and the advisor looked at each other, and then he's like, "Who's Mark?" I'm like, he's trying to say my name. He's trying to say Marge. And they busted out laughing. I'm like, it's like, it's fine. It's like, why don't you correct him? I'm like, I tried. But it's adorable. Somebody once called me margarine. It's fun. I don't mind at all. I'm not going to be like those people like, ugh. Or like the people that get mad, like the women that get mad when they get called ma'am. I've been called ma'am, and I don't mind. To me, that's being respectful. It has nothing to do. Some girls are like, ugh, it's miss. And I've seen that in real life, and I'm like, the guy's trying to be nice. Like, I've had this customer who is dropping off a vehicle, and he was so polite. He's like, "Yes, ma'am." "Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am." And he was so polite that when the actual owner, his mom, I was like, I'm like, "Was that your son?" And I didn't get to see her. Like, I was on the phone. She was like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "You have the most polite son I've ever met. Like, he is so nice. He is so polite. It's like, I'm mind blown." And she's like, "Oh my God, thank you so much." She goes, "I really appreciate it." I'm like, you are an amazing mom. It shows with the way your son is acting. And I've seen parents that come in like they're Karens, and then they leave that lesson for their kids, and their kids become Karens. But I also seen where parents are like Karens and Kens, and then their kids are like, what the like, "I'm so sorry," and then they'll apologize, like, "No, it's okay, you know, they're just frustrated, they're just trying to vent, you know, it's okay, you know, I'm just trying to listen, it's fine, it'll get better." And most of the time it does. Most of the time the customers are just trying to like vent, and then I'm gonna say like 98% of the time they'll come back and be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I was just frustrated." But there's always that 2% that they know they want something free, or they want to be very entitled, and yeah. But most of the time, this is why I'm still in customer service, because even though there's that 2%, I have the 98% that I love helping. That, like, their kids see me and they run and hug me. Like, that's how good I am. Like, the customers have come and like hugged me. Oh, now I got sad, because I helped this lady, and she became my customer when my grandma had passed away, the little old lady, and she was so amazing. She was so sweet, and I had just lost my grandma, and then I hadn't seen her, and I guess she came one day that I wasn't here, and then one of my colleagues helped her, so I was like, okay. But then her daughter came by, and I saw the name, and I'm like, she was trying to get like records, and I'm like, oh wait, that name's familiar. I think I might have helped your mom. And then she's like, we're trying to figure out what she left at and stuff, like backtrack her, like her expenses and stuff, because she passed away. And I was like, and I couldn't. And then I'm like, oh my, and I told the daughter, I'm like, your mom came in a time where I had just lost my grandma. Why am I gonna cry? No. But I was like, I had just lost my grandma. She was so sweet. She was so nice. And she goes, yeah, that sounds like my mom. My mom is kind of like that. And I'm like, your mom was amazing. Like, this lady was in her late 80s, still driving, still paying her bills. I'm like, I want to be like that. Because sadly, my grandma ended up having dementia, and then it progressed to Alzheimer's, and that's what cut her life short. But this lady, like, she was, I think, almost 90, and then the daughter started crying, and I hugged her. I'm like, I'm so sorry. She was in, just know that the little amount of time that I had with her was so special. She was amazing. You had an amazing mom. But that's how I have relationship with customers. Like, we become good friends and everything, and that's why I like it. So that's why the 2% is like, ugh, whatever. Like, whatever. Let me take care of the ones that need to be taken care of. But I don't work for that company no more. So, and I have heard from a lot of colleagues that a lot of my customers do ask about me all the time, and they miss me and stuff. I'm like, I'm sorry. I had to move on. And that's for a different topic of why. Let's see. And I can't believe I've been talking for an hour. So I'm looking at the time. I'm like, oh, it's been an hour talking by myself, hearing noises. Maybe I am crazy. If I say I'm crazy, I don't think I'm crazy. No. Where was I going with this? I know I left off with about baby names. I don't know how I got to where I got right now. This is why I feel like this podcast would be very entertaining, because the two co-hosts that I'm gonna have, we have so much of a blast. Like, this is gonna be oof. But I'm not gonna say anything. But anyways, my husband and I, we decided. My husband and I, I felt like I was talking to like a third person. Anyways, I'm spiraling. I'm going through these phases now. But we're like, we need to name our children in a way where our parents can say their name. I wanted to name my baby one thing, and then my husband's like, or after my mom, if we have a girl, and then he's like, I can't even pronounce, I wouldn't be able to pronounce my own daughter's name. I'm like, okay, fine. But I'm trying so hard to convince him that if we have a boy, I want the name Bane. I know it's weird because it's Batman and Bane, but I really love that name so much. I love Bane. I love it. And then the meaning behind it, like, he's like a guard, like a sorry, it's like dust. I don't know. I really like the meaning of that. And there's one name for a girl that's called Isel or Itzel. And Isel, it's the I found it because I used to, well, I was learning not what, because it's been centuries since my family stopped talking native language. So I was told for sure it has to be before my great grandma, because my great grandma didn't speak it. But I was learning Nahuatl in high school, and it was so beautiful. And so I was searching for girl names in Nahuatl, and I found Isel and Itzel, but my husband wouldn't know how to pronounce it. But Isel is Izel, and it means unique. Itzel with the T, it's Itzel. It means rainbow lady. So I'm like, oh, that's cute. But it's really nice. But my husband wouldn't know how to. If my husband can't pronounce it, his mom could not be able to pronounce it. Probably my mom would be able to pronounce it because it's like it's in our native language. But no, and I've actually I didn't meet them in person, but I did see someone with the name Itzel, and I'm like, oh. But only once in my entire life, I only met one person with that name. So I was like, oh, it's too bad that my husband can't speak what. He's not even good in Vietnamese either. And I'm confused. Oh my God, I really hope that my colleagues don't see this. But then I kind of do, because I need the views. I need the likes. I need the subscribers. But because I'm in this prank where they really think I'm half Vietnamese. So we'll see how far that gets. Now watch, I'm gonna go to work and I'm like, I saw your video, you fucking liar, you're not half. And it's making it easier because I have a mask on. So I make, like, the way you can tell that I'm lying is I make facial expressions, but like with my mouth, so you'll know that I'm lying. And so I'm glad that we have to wear a mask, because it's easier for me to lie about it and stuff. But so most of the colleagues think I'm half Vietnamese, and it's just funny. So, well, not most of them, because most of the colleagues know that I'm not, that I'm Mexican. Some of the colleagues think that I am Vietnamese, so half Vietnamese, so it's just fun. I'm going along with it. I think that's it. Trying to convince my husband to name our son Bane. It's just hard because you would think it would make it easier, but if you name, or you get with someone who's not in the same ethnic group, or like I'm Mexican and he's Vietnamese, we have to like kind of come together and compromise. But that is what takes marriage a long time, or happy marriage. You gotta compromise. So I'll leave you guys with that. And if you have any suggestions, let me know how you think about this episode. And other than that, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, tell your family, friends, everybody to watch my videos. And then I hope you guys have a great day. See you guys on the next one. Bye. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Episode, I forgot. Actually, dang it! Where the hell did my brush go? I was literally just watching ghost stuff and that happens.